Hi, brutal people! I know you were not living under a rock, maybe because it's not comfy and Wi-Fi sometimes is not optimal under a rock, but still! You know that over time, lots of people are turning extremely butthurt just about anything, and they need safe spaces. And political correctness has become a staple of their presence in the media. Because it is a good thing, right? Too bad that's bullshit! If one has his head up his ass, all he can see is shit. If they take their heads out of their asses, they would see that the world could not be what they think it is. The name of this very show is Brutally Honest, and I am very, very proud to be like this because I hate lies, and I strive for truth and reality no matter how hard it is or can be. And you will never see me polish a turd or being gentle to prevent people to get offended. I genuinely don't give a fuck about people who can't suck it up and deal with reality. But I will let the great Stephen Fry to summarize this concept.
It's now very common to hear people say, I'm rather offended by that, as if that gives them certain rights. It's actually nothing more, it's simply a whine. It's no more than a whine.
I find that so offensive.
I find that offensive. It has no meaning, it has no purpose, it has no reason to be respected as a phrase. I am offended by that. Well, so fucking what? I mean, you know, it's...
PC is doing nothing more than weakening our society by preventing people to be put in front of reality, grow up, face their fears, and understanding that there is only one reality. And it will be like so, no matter if they like it or not. PC is one of the main demands of abomination like fucking Lazy Green.
Weird, you know that slogan kinda sounds like Bud Light is totally down with date rape.
Fucking Francesca Ramsey.
Imagine if people who think I'm racist against white people found something they enjoyed online instead of watching Decoded every week and complaining in the comments.
Fucking Riley J. Dennis.
So what is gender then, if not our biological sex? Well, it's a social construction. It's something that human societies have created with social and cultural meaning and assigned to people based on their sex.
Fucking Christy Winters.
Another typical one is objecting to the concept of egalitarianism and saying feminists think that egalitarianism is about equality of outcomes, not equality of opportunity. Like, well, that's bullshit.
Fucking Anita Sarkeesian.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
And every other fucking delusional hypocrite SJW that is too damn sensitive and bitchy to accept others' opinion, let alone reality. But you can pretend an idiot to understand that he is an idiot, right? Because of course, it's an idiot. How can he? If one is an idiot, you gotta call him idiot, not silly. Because if you do call him silly, he will believe he may only be considered silly and that there is nothing really wrong or severe in the smoking pile of bullshit he believes in. PC is also shitty because by doing so, you keep for yourself your honest and full thoughts, feelings, and point of view. And you are sugarcoating every concept in order not to hurt the feelings of the others. Fuck all this! This is exactly like lying. And feelings don't have to prevail over rationality. The hard truth is that there are people that are superior compared to others in certain aspects. Women and men are different and not the same. Equality doesn't mean you have the same skills. Nobody has the right to get the same opportunity or place. There are no rights. There are only concessions, because if there were rights, they will be the same everywhere in the world, and it is not like that. Respect must be earned and not given by default. There are ugly children. There are very few people above the average. Connecting the dots is not a sign of genius, you know. There is no real right or wrong, but only personal views the majority of people share, and that they are not the same in every place on the earth. And that if you keep creating illusory realities and sugarcoat things, you will create delusional people unable to get a fucking grip and getting offended because they don't get by default things that they should earn. You see, talking in a civil way and not fighting is one thing. Not telling exactly what you think and suffocating your own thought in order not to fight is another. And people seem not to understand the fucking difference. Why people have to teach their children not to be fooling themselves and suffocate their individuality. This has led people to become insecure, angry, unable to discuss, overly sensitive and demanding safe spaces because their feelings get hurt. This is the quintessential definition of first world problems, where people experience internal conflicts because they never learned how to express, discuss, think, learn, know where they are wrong, and accept reality. Speaking your mind doesn't mean that you have to be an arrogant ass. It means that you should not have fear to give your 2 cents, avoiding to say things that may not be liked by somebody. If you are not imposing your viewpoint to anybody, and you just so happen to dislike or find something to be wrong, say it. Just don't be an ass. Let's just make an example. Let's say you are talking with your buddy, but this mouth smells like a buffalo crept inside his mouth and died drowning in his own shit 2 weeks ago. So before you vomit out all the Thanksgiving meal you ate since 1987, you tell him to do something about it. But instead of telling him, "For the love of God, were you eating rodent corpses with rubber boots on? I'm gonna call the hazmat squad." Try saying, "Hey buddy, I think you will benefit from brushing your teeth and a couple of mints." And do it in a discreet way, even if the first one is funnier, I admit it. By accepting PC, you are accepting the labels that people either attribute to themselves or are attributed to them. In doing this, we divide ourselves into acceptable and unacceptable classes. And this, instead of being humans existing together and striving for a better future, instead people tend to confine themselves in defined subcultures that are not accepting others' point of view. It is a matter of truth. But what is truth? Truth is a journey that is well worth taking if one wishes to truly understand how things really are. Political correctness hinders the process because it does not allow for dissension. It becomes the fear factor to personal growth and development, and there is only one truth, not as many as viewpoints are. PC destroys any conversation because it is a gateway to institutionalized cowardice and softness to the population. But reality is that truth hurts, and even if it does, we have to suck it up and do the best we can, avoiding to confine ourselves in safe spaces just because we can't bear reality. It is called social evolution, and these regressive, overly sensitive cunts are an obstacle to social evolution. So let's sum up the reasons why PC is totally wrong. PC corroborates the wrong viewpoint of delusional people. It is not honest speech at all. Doesn't reflect reality. Doesn't promote dialogue and awareness. Doesn't let you know really who you have in front of you. Creates people unable to face hard events and reality.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Thank you, Steve. It's all clear now? Great! So now if you disagree with anybody, even with me, don't just call people names. Explain them why. If your point is valid, one may even reconsider his own position, get enriched by your viewpoint, and you guys may even get along. But if somebody is so stubbornly stupid to bitch about anything, not giving even the slightest reason and call you names just because you dare to dissent with this truth, do as I do. Don't retreat. Go brutally honest on them. It is important because other people listen and read. And if they see reason and logic being provided by somebody, you can actually help them not to get caught in that tornado of shit that every SJW has in its own head. If you choose to not step back from reason and logic, no matter how many logical and butthurt creatures you may encounter, then I salute you. And I want you in the brutally honest army. This is Brutal Frank, and I'll see you soon again when it's time to be brutally honest.